Okay, I am back at it. I moved my mic very far away from my face. I mean, I'm even going to attempt to move it even further. Hopefully that doesn't affect the sound of my voice at all. This thing is like elastic. I think it's just literally just trying to get right back underneath my nose. The problem is normally I'd be able to stream without breathing into my mic. That is because I used to move my mic above my nose because my mic is so close to my face. I move it above my nose, and yeah. Recently, the joint that holds the mic up has gone, I guess, loose, and now it falls down into uh, the hurricane, the tortilla, the tornado. All right. So I looked back in some of the messages. I'll just say my customer essentially wants the whiskers gone. He said he could do without the whiskers. And then that's going to be my goal here. And I'm also going to go ahead and sculpt. I'm going to attempt sculpting. I'm sculpt around this horn to kind of give it some texture to like um, kind of like Hellboy. Hellboy. Hello Kitty. Hat. So like if you look really close at Hellboy, this is the message I keep referring to, or the one I keep. There's like a little indentation or a little uprise. So I'm taking a lot of inspiration from this. Like it's actually coming up. So that's not exactly how I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it more like this one, where it's kind of lumpy, like the skin maybe had been pushed aside. Yeah, like that. How it comes out and then dips back in. Because my plan's gonna be that the horns are gonna be printed separately. So I'm thinking about the end game when I have to get and bring this into the real world. I mean, it's one thing being inside of here, but getting it into the real world is another endeavor. My printer's not big enough to print this with the horns on. I can guarantee you that. I might be lucky to even get the whole mask into it. I think I can get the whole mask into it. So ideally, I'll print the horns separate, print the mask, and then attach the horns. I can weld this seam right here, and then the other thing I'm thinking of is pulling the uh, pulling the horn into the mask with like a screw or something going through here and sticking pretty much straight up into it. That's going to give it a lot of support and really fuse it with the mask. In order to do that, I'm going to also need to kind of make the horns fit the spots they are in. Um, as for this horn, I'm going to delete it. I explained that last time that really I just need this half of the mask. This left side of the mask is what I'm going to focus on. Um, I don't know, maybe I'm left brained or something. You could do the right side and then mirror it. I'm going to do left side and then mirror it. Um, yeah. So, uh, actually, let's go ahead and do that. So we have a Kitsune mask already copied. This is going to be my not rotated Kitsune mask. Alright, there's my backup. And that is because I'm about to chop this in half. About to chop it in half. Alright. So the mask sits at 0, 0. Alright, that should be the center of the mask. gonna make a square, giant ass square, and this square is meant to be bigger than the mask itself. And I'm gonna increase it even more. I'll do 300 for all I care. 300 by 300 by 300. This thing is huge. All right, so I'm gonna move its origin. So the origin, of course, is in the middle, and if you can see that if I do the right ones, you see how both the top and the bottom are actually shrinking at the same time. So back to 300 by 300. If I was to move the origin of this cube, we'll call this cube cut. If I was to move the origin to this face right here, all right, I'll do it the same way. Cursor to selected, back into object mode. Now the cursor's there, and then I can right click on this, set origin, origin to 3D cursor. Okay. Now, if I was to take the thing, now you'll see actually in the ZX axis in particular, that when I adjust, oh, that's the scale, my bad. When I adjust this, you'll see that it's doing it based off of the origin, and that's very important, especially when doing other things. I guess it's not really that important right now. What's important is the location. If I was to put this at 0, 0, 0, that puts that origin, the origin at 0, 0, 0. And like I said a second ago, the, why am I looking at it upside down? Ooh, get a loss. Oh, what am I doing? I just click this. And like I said a second ago, the mask should also be sitting at 0, 0, 0. So if that origin, because sometimes like I've shown multiple times, you can move the origin around. If that origin isn't in the center of the mask, which I'm pretty certain it is, set origin, I set it to geometry, origin to geometry. Sets the origin to the either move the data or set. Origin geometry calculates the center of geometry based on the current pivot point. So, origin of center mass surface of volume. What happens if I do that? Okay. Yeah. See, I feel like it's a little bit different. Don't matter. I'm going to do it based off of geometry, not volume. I think geometry is like the whole thing. All right. Out of this. Back to this. All right. So the idea is to cut this in half. Grab the cube, move it back. We want to make sure we're going to cut it in half. And then all you're going to do is click on the mask, go to modifiers, add a modifier, add a boolean, add the difference. Is it the difference or intersect? No, union. No, it is difference. It is difference. Don't listen to me. And click the cut. All right. We're going to do it in an exact because we like that. And then we're going to make this disappear. And I want you to look at that. Perfectly cut right down the middle. Okay. And now we'll call this, oh, hold up. Hit apply. And it went ahead and it filled in this face. It'll help out when we mirror it, but it's not necessary because technically all we care about is the edges. Let's see what it did to the face wireframe. Oof, I am in the wrong one. There we go. Oh, looks like it gave me a pretty smooth face, so if I wanted to, I can definitely delete that face out of there, depending on if I need to or not. And look how detailed this is, by the way. Another reason why I only want to work on half of the mask is because removing these is not going to be easy. In fact, I've done it once before. Ooh, why am I not using that mask? Why am I not using that mask? Hold up. Let's see if I can find it. Files, import, STL. What did I save it under? Traditional mask, Zelda, tools, texture, STL, Santa, Resident Evil, movies, Naruto, League of Legends, Harry Potter, Gunblade, guitar, G-code, FAP, dreams, chess. It would have been Catco, chess, dreams. Harry Potter, Gunblade, Lord of the Rings movie, Pokemon, Resident Evil, Santa, Sizing Heads, STL, Sword Holder, tests, textures, Tokyo Ghoul, tools. Did I put on a traditional mask? Full head, face mask template. Oh, I know what this one is. That's just like an actual traditional mask. Is it in the Kakashi? Because technically it was a Kakashi thing, so. Naruto, Kakashi's. Part 1, Part 2. No, that's not in here. Not in there. What did I do with it? 3 new models? Nope. There's nothing in my dreams. G-code? No. Guitar? No. Oh, Pokemon. Kitsune mask. STLs. Left diaper. The pupil. So this is the inside of the eye, the Umbreon mask. Test paint. So I went up to 3 different save files. I wonder if this. Oh, damn. It's the whole damn thing. I don't think that's gonna work. I honestly don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, that's actually, that was a custom. That was custom as well. Uh, Made from this exact mask. In fact, I should have left it in here for a second. I could compare. Yeah, I'll show you. Take it out of wireframe. You can kind of see the same. Well, funny enough, I made the nose pop out. The mouth, I closed off the mouth. And this took a lot of time to do. I got rid of the whiskers. This is the same mask. The eyes I didn't even bother with because the eyes that I cut out of it are so big that it just cut the eyes out. But I think I may have done a little bit of work on it. But there should have been a mask that I chopped it up to. Like I removed all this. There should have been a mask. I didn't think so. I thought I saved it in Naruto. Did I put it in the traditional masks files? Kitsune mask for printing. No, this is somebody else's. That's no. No 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 no. No 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 no. That's not it. I think I may have put it down in here. Oh yeah, no. Fuck that thing too. There's a few things. What does this look like? Ooh, that's creepy. There's a few things that I don't really use. I downloaded, but I really don't use because sometimes it's just better to do it yourself. Did I put in tools? Gamebit? Oh, yeah, no, I know what this is. That was me trying to print a tool out. It didn't. It kind of worked. It actually, I think it did work, which is funny. Tests, 5x5. Oh, okay. Literally, like I love how I'm like, what's in tests, and like, or what's in tools? It's like you open tests as a 5x5 by 5 centimeter test cube. So in other words, tests are in tests. So I assume chess is in chess, and that's why there's nothing in dreams. I'm kidding. All right, I'm done with this. Take one last look through some of these other things. Full kunai, 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 kunai. Okay, never mind. Because this is the file. Okay, whatever. Don't matter. I'll just do it again. All right. So what my plan is, I first want to see if it's possible. All right. There is something called decimate, and I want to see if I can focus the decimate. And let's see. And what pretty much all that decimate does is it takes a section and it just lowers the quality, but at the same time tries to keep the structure of it, which, as you might know, that might prove a problem, different problem. Uh, so I'm just shift clicking, I'm just dragging, I'm just focusing these whiskers. I don't want anything else. I want these whiskers. And I'm not being too careful about it because I don't want to spend a lot of time doing this. Because this right here can get extremely tedious. But yeah, I know because I've literally done it. Now where the save file is, I freaking don't know. Maybe if I pull open, oh, that might be what it is. I probably never saved it, but I have it, and what that means is it'll be in a Blender file, not an STL. I never made it into an STL to import into other projects. It's just sitting there in that project. I probably should bring it out. But let's see if I can do this first. I'm trying to get all of these. I'm trying not to go into wireframe mode. The whole reason behind that is because I don't want to hit the pictures or the pixels. I don't want to say pixels. I don't want to hit the. I don't want to hit the backside. um. Notice, it looks like the person for whoever made this mask forgot to bevel this. I don't know. Maybe they wanted that, but they have both of these beveled. All right. Is this all the geometry? Probably not. I'm probably gonna run into a few issues. I don't know. Let's try just the one for now. Modify, decimate. Can I decimate? Let's do it to 0.1. Did that do anything? Did nothing. I know it didn't do anything because it would have lagged. I would have lagged. I didn't lag at all. Face count, 0. So if I go over to faces, no, no, it's not possible. Oh, God. All right, object mode. We'll do decimate from this side. So decimate, what it does, if I open up wireframe, you'll be able to see this. Look how much detail it has. So I'm going to hit 0.5. So this, it's under ratio. This is literally going to be half of what you see now. All right, so you see how it kind of, everything still looks the same, but it removed half of the geometry in it. So let's go to 0.25. So this is a quarter. This is a quarter. And this is starting to become more and more manageable. But if I look at it, it doesn't look too different. But when I zoom in, you could kind of see that you can tell that it's losing its detail. Okay. Back to wireframe. Let's go to 0.1. Hmm. I want to get rid of these bevels. Can you get rid of a bevel? I might have to test that. Yeah, you can start seeing that as I decimate it more and more. 0.05. Just getting less and less. There we go. And this kind of shows just how little geometry you truly need to get the job done, because you can clearly still see that this is an Ombu Black Ops mask. Uh, it has whiskers, a mouth, um, but it's starting to affect its resolution of the mask. And you go too low. So a nice little thing I figured out is there is a limit to what your printer can print, whatever resolution that is. My printer would be able to see this. Um, but if you can get away, like I probably only need half of what I originally had. I'm gonna go up to a 0.1. Like this is enough, because once you start sanding, even if these are like little sharp edges on the printer, if your printer can see this and can print this, this texture, even still, like you can just sand it down, and then once you apply the paint and all that other stuff, like you're not you're not gonna notice. It's not gonna matter anymore. Something like this, this I will up the resolution on, because that will be noticeable. We don't want that. But even still, you probably could actually still sand that down. But who wants to do that? Let me fix that later. For the whiskers. All right. I think I'm gonna work with this. It's not too low. It's not too high. I can still get in there and do stuff. All right. Hit apply. So now this is the mask. This is the mask that I am going to work with. Go back into edit mode. Oh, look at that. It still has all this selected. Let's go to faces. We're going to delete everything on the inside here. Just going to delete it. Now, one of my concerns here, actually, I know something that might help, and I think this is what I did last time too. I am going to use because there's a curvature to this, and if I just do a straight line across, I'm going to lose that curvature. Um, this is where like things can get tedious. This is why some of this could take so long. I mean, I'm sure other people know better ways of doing this. I'm not a professional, um, so I don't know. I I I don't know. I'm wondering if, like, okay, so yeah, this right here is also part of the bevel, so you could kind of see that line coming around. And but yeah, learning to do all this stuff, it pretty much just takes like experience. It takes time. You just got to get in there. You got to do it. That's the important part. You gotta just do it. Get all that. All right. Got nothing over there. I'm gonna delete this. Face. If I do faces and edges, it's gonna fuck some shit up. Hold up. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Uh, there we go. Faces only. That's what I was looking for. Okay, because I wanted to keep this line. Let's zoom in to here. Let's get these harder faces that now that other faces are out of the way, I can come through here and click faces only. Nope. So faces only is the actual structure of the face. This is uh, the actual faces. All right. So now you got a giant slit through his face. Okay. I will probably need to delete this faces. Okay. Um, we'll see what happens. Okay. So now I'm going to edge loop. So how do I describe edge loop? Edge, no, select loops, edge loop. Um, okay, that didn't work. If you alt click, you get this selection where it selects only it selects an edge loop. And to be honest, I don't know how to describe that. So we're gonna move on. All right, so two edges of the thing isn't closed, so I need it closed. So I'm actually going to connect these two. All right, and then we're going to, oops, nope, that's not it. There we go. I'm gonna shift click these, get rid of them, and then we're gonna hit the face again. I'm gonna fill the grid. All right, I'm gonna play with this a little bit. 2, 1. This is interesting that it's doing that. Simple blend. So see what it's doing is this one's trying to connect to that one way the fuck down there, but they're on two different planes. Like this one is like, if what I mean by that, if I look at this from the side, this is way the fuck down here, this is way the fuck up there. Oh, maybe the offset will help out with this. That's better, but that's not right still. Delete. Nope, hold up. Control Z. Okay, we'll do that instead. Alright, so essentially what I just did was I just added a face. Okay, there's a problem with this face. This face, as it sits, is impossible to make. Look at the curvatures of this. Alright. It's not a real face that can be really truly made. You can kind of see that even the program is having issues trying to judge where, like, what's going on here. All right, so why did I do that? Because I can take this face and I can triangulate the face. All right, and now we have actual faces that can look like that can be made. Because to make a face is 3 points. It has to be at least 3 points. Boom, 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 boom. That's a face. Whereas the other one had 20 points, and yeah, that hold up. Let me undo this. I think I could get better results if I quad the face first. That didn't. That's not what I meant to do. Triangulate. Okay. Maybe I think it was triangulate, then quad, then triangulate again. Is what I'm thinking of. Look how rigid that is. I kind of want like a line down the middle. I'm trying to remember how I did this. Because I now do remember doing exactly what I just did. But let solidify face. Let's see what that does. Face, solidify. Let's not do that. Wireframe. Let's not do that. Face. So I'm just kind of playing around with things and just getting rid of it. Grid fill? Nope. That's what I did earlier. So fill is, by the way, is all I did to get wedge edge into faces. Okay. We'll triangulate. We will subdivide twice to kind of try to keep that shape. So what I just did right there was I increased the resolution by subdividing it. If anything, I could come back through and smooth it out. To be honest, this looks better than this over here. If anything, I just smooth the whole mesh itself. I'm gonna have to bring the resolution back up anyways. Yeah, I actually kind of like that. Subdivision after a triangulate. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna just make faces here. Very simple to do. I'm hotkeying or fast keying it or hotkeying, and all that is F for face. Think of F for face. So there we go. Now I have my whiskerless face. Oh yeah, I'm in edit mode. So if I come out of edit mode, you can kind of see it on the shading, but you can see a lot of missing detail on the shading. I'll probably just remesh this, and then we'll see what it pulls out. Let's see what it does. All right, round 2. Nope. I want to select the faces. This is just a faster way to do it. I could essentially do the vertex, because if you think about faces, like they're just the vertices. I'm just selecting all the vertexes at once, and that tends to be faster when you do it like that. You alt click to get rid of things, you shift click to add things. If you don't shift click when you're adding things, it'll get rid of everything like this. If you do that, you control Z to go back. Just a bunch of like quick click-ins. So I'm just gonna leave that and then come back through and alt click away all of that and move on with my life. So here, this is gonna be easy because I could just select that face. But here I didn't see something as simple as that. So that's gonna be interesting when we get around to it. And I'm gonna just continue. This is probably fastest anyways. And then I'll come back and get rid of the extra faces instead of being so precise all the time. And like that. It's just the thing is, if you're doing it like that, you got to understand that there could be a small face in here, like right up in here. And this is why Decimate's good. That's because it gets rid of like the smallest of faces. Um, so like if this little triangle was part of the actual top of it, um, I would have to go in and unselect it, but it doesn't look like I am going to have that kind of issue. Um, you see how this, I'm going to delete this face because you see how this vertex is lower than the other one? This vertex can connect with this vertex. And then I could just make a triangle to connect this other vertex. But this one right here is kind of useless. Faces. Alright. Back to my vertexes. Tweak. Let's make sure I've got everything up here in the corner. Looks good. Alright. So we're going to come straight across here. The line. I'm going to alt click. Oh, I went the wrong way. There we go. I'm going to shift click these. And then we're going to hit face. There's my impossible face. You can see it doing some crazy things. Face, triangulate, and look at that. It fixes it. And subdivide twice. Really give it some texture. It looks good. It looks good. All right. And then from here, you know what I'm going to do? Just to kind of get rid of this. There's that line right there. I'm going to subdivide that once. That's going to add a vertex right here. And I'm going to just start with that to get rid of it. And go there. And I could just fill this and do the same thing, but you know, oops. You see this? That's because I still had that selected. I was supposed to unclick that, click that, but I don't know. I'm brain dead sometimes. Ooh, I missed this vertex. Don't want to do that. What that would have done is it would have made the mesh. What's it called? Um, it makes the mesh. I want to say viscous. That's not the word though. 3D print. It's in here. Manifold. It will make it non-manifold. Non-manifold essentially, so in 3D print, this is a thing to analyze and check to make sure that what is going on here is it can actually be made. No non-manifold edges. So that means that this can exist in the real world. There's a few other things. No zero faces. Like a zero face was essentially what I put here. That was a zero face. I'm pretty sure. Sharp edge is like if something is too sharp. Overhanging faces, that just means that like if if I wanted to build supports. Thin faces, what's the two thin faces? You could click on these and actually see. Right here. So in other words, don't worry about that. If anything, the printer will delete it. I don't know what makes those two edges different from the rest. Non-flat faces. Looks like it had a little issue flattening itself, maybe? I don't know. If anything, to get rid of a non-flat face, you can just triangulate. And then, hold on, check all. And on all the non-flat faces are gone. Just like that. I still had the same ones selected. Intersecting faces. What's causing these to intersect? I think, hold up. Oh, I see. In other words, for this one, you can just triangulate it again. and then hit check. Intersecting faces are gone. Fuck thin faces, who cares? Overhang faces, no one cares either. That's just saying that, you know, this way is down and you're going to have to support this. And yeah, so this is a perfect, yeah, I can 3D print this. I can bring this into the real world and it will work. Alright, I carry on. I remember on the mask I got rid of this as well. Because I don't like this. I'd rather it be solid. I mean, I could see somebody doing this to save on print or on plastic. I don't. Well, actually, no. This requires more plastic to do. I'm just gonna do the same thing I just did with the whiskers. Dude, I'm getting like serious deja vu from back when I did this originally. Because I'm pretty sure I did the same thing. Got rid of the whiskers, turned it around, got rid of the ears. Or the back of the ears. I need to stop being so precise, just hit it. Make this horn go away just in case there's something hidden underneath it. Alright. They'd even, look at that. As the ear's not even freaking on it correctly. I might try to fix that. This one's flat over here. No, it's not. No, not even. That might be a problem. I might. Fuck. Fuckerty McDouganstein. I'll see what I can do. I don't think I noticed the issue on my other mask. I don't even think I saw that on the other mask. Alright, let's do some touching up. Make sure that what I have selected is the inside of the mask. Don't want... I'll adjust this. Actually, I do want to delete these. Do want to delete these faces because what I plan to do is drop that the vertex down, maybe. I'll just slice it off. I'll just cut it off. That seems like a lot of work. That's it. I'll let the programming do the work. All right, let's go ahead and hit delete faces. Now I should be able to see if any faces are left. I can see this this rod right here. This is an edge. There's multiple edges apparently. Delete edges. Delete this edge. All right. I don't want any unnecessary edges. There's another edge right there. So I'm just inspecting it essentially. And you could kind of see the edges of the vertexes that are floating. Especially when you pan around, because of depth perception, they're closer than the things behind it. I look good. It looks good. Let's carry on. All right, click here. To click here and hit F. Look at that. It draws a straight line over top of that. That is fucking useless to me. I think if I remember correctly. Oh wait, can't make a face with just a line. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? No, why is it clicking way out there? I have to check the inside of the ear after this. Alright, so that is actually a huge problem. I need it to curve. Never mind. Give me this. Give me this edge. Delete the edge. Alright, what I am going to do, same thing. Nope, this loop. We're gonna go ahead and make a face here. What did I click? Way over here? I want this one. We're gonna make that a face. Okay, that's gonna give me actually something to work with. And then over here, I'll do the same thing. Make that a face. And then I can select these edges. Select these vertexes. Because I can't fucking see the edges. Do an edge loop. Get rid of these. Yeah. And then, well, I guess I didn't really need to do that. Oh, wait, hold up. Yeah, no, I did. So, get rid of this. Get rid of this. Make sure I don't have anything else selected. And we are going to extrude this on the Z-axis. And we're gonna... I don't know what it's snapping to. Sometimes I don't know what this program does. And then I guess right here, I'll just delete this one. And then that'll allow me to make a triangle here, and then make a triangle here, and it kind of dips down. And if anything, I can make this a triangle, and that slope will be accounted for. Over here, like a little triangle here. And now I got my curvature of my ear. And we will let's try the grid fill again. It didn't do anything. Nice. Face, edges, no, faces, triangulate, quad it, triangulate again, subdivide. I'll do one subdivide on it. And then, you know what else? Watch this. Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. Unselect this. Because fuck that thing. Okay, there's one problem. These faces. So I'm not going to do that. I'm probably just going to slice that off. But now it is actually in a position where slicing it off probably will work. The reason you didn't see me just delete it and then do the same thing I did up here, but on the lower level, is because look at the ring here. Nope, my bad. There's not exactly a straight polygons all the way around like this edge loop right here. This edge goes all the way around, and technically I could lower it and then do it. Hold on. What if... Yeah, I don't want to do that. You know, there is one other thing I could do with it. That's 1 millimeter. Alright. So if I select all these again, and I was to actually drop this down, this will work. Here's the thing though. This is so tiny of a, like in the real world. In the real world, this is small. This is a very small set of faces. Um, I might rebuild this one. Oop, I meant to do that. So you saw how that vertex, one of the lines on that vertex was actually cutting into this. So I just made a new one. So I'm just going to make a new one. Alright, that'll work. Alright, and I'm going to come over here. I'm going to make sure that I didn't interfere with anything over here. I don't think I did. I still have norms select. No, I'm in global. Alright. See how that's overhanging? I don't know why I did that. Just move it. This one too. Bring it down. Bring it down. Alright, so this is 0.08 of a millimeter. 0.08 of a millimeter is irrelevant in the real world. So in other words, I did just kind of flatten this. I mean, I'm sure you can find relativity, like, you know, 0.08 of a millimeter is relevant, but in this situation, it is just nothing. There's nothing there. All right, all right. That's that. That's that, and that's that. All right. Stop doing that, please. I selected that. Okay, stop. Boom. Out of edit mode. This is my mesh. Now I gotta kind of remember how to do this. There should be an subdivision. I was gonna say there should be an opposite of decimate. Subdivision. You can see my computer already lagging. All right. Ooh, what the fuck did this thing just do? Why did it focus into one single point? Hold up. Activated in render mode or in edit mode. What are you subdividing? Well, this is supposed to be, and this is gonna be fantastic. This is normally how you increase the faces. You can see the render of it. Okay, so you don't see it in the wireframe because it's not applied yet. But here, look. You can see it getting nice and more detailed. We're gonna pretend that isn't there, whatever the fuck that is. You can see how smooth this is. Let's look at the cheeks. The cheeks smoother. I'll go into sculpt and probably smooth this out. First off, I gotta figure out why it's doing that. I think I know why. Get rid of this. Let's go ahead and not do this. Okay. Objects, because this right here, this face, it can exist in the real world because it is flat. Like I can prove that it's flat because it's this way. So this face, even though it has 20 vertexes on it, it can exist in the real world. Whereas this face has like a cheekbone and a dip here, and it comes down here. This face with 20 vertexes in it couldn't exist in the real world. Um, but what I want to do is I want to get rid of this. Who is calling me? I'm going to get rid of this face only, and then I'm going to go ahead. This is right side. I'm going to go ahead and mirror this. Can I do that inside of here? I don't want it to be two meshes, actually. I can do it two meshes. Maybe over the Y. Notice it flipped all the norms too. I'm trying to remember how I did this. I gotta remember. Objects. I don't think it's mirror. Oh well. I'll get back to it in a second. I guess until then I'll put the face back on. Yeah, I'll put the faces back on until then. It's easy to delete. So I think to fix the subdivision issue is I gotta triangulate these faces because this is where the issue was at. This is clearly the problem. It tried to triangulate this and it went wild. But the problem is if I triangulate this, in fact, I could actually show this. It shouldn't be too many steps. I should be able to undo into it. Faces, triangulate, and then objects, modify, subdivision surface. So now it's going to divide those triangles, and then we get a better look. But notice it's also dividing these edges as I increase this. All right, exit that. Oops. Hold on. Computer's lagging. 2, 1. And lag is a huge reason why you wouldn't want to work with high poly figures because it has to load all of it. And just this alone, if you look down here, is 6,900 7,000 vertexes. And because it's including the front, the back, the sides, 7,000 vertex. It's 20,000 edges down here. 7,000 vertexes, 20,000 edges, and 13,000 faces. So, of course, if I increase the detail on this, it's going to make my computer lag. Because then we go, you double it. You double it, that's 14,000. That's 40,000 faces. So, yeah. technically you want high resolution when sculpting. I don't know how this is gonna go. I was gonna sculpt next. I guess I do need to smash it together. Alright, let me figure out how to do it. It's probably, hold on, it's probably an actual modifier. Mirror. But mirror is simple. I don't want a mirror. I want to duplicate it mirrored. There's remesh. Let me look it up. Oh my god, I put in how to mirror your mask. I forgot to put in Blender. There's some lady with a freaking actual like mask. Like, oh my god, what's she gonna mirror the mask to do? Blender. I should put mesh. How to mirror mesh. This is gonna pull up the wrong fucking things. It's gonna pull up the basic mirror. Alright, some people, they pulled up some helpful things. Give me 1 second. This needs to go away, this needs to go away. Because a basic mirror, I can do a basic mirror. What I want is a little more complicated. And it should be doable. I thought, to be honest, it should be this. I'm forgetting something. There's something I'm forgetting. Because while that does work, but I think this is as I work. So anything I do over here, it will also happen over here. I think it's actually the y-axis. And it's over the origin. I can't believe I forgot how to do this. There's a video.
Handle every part of your build.
Why is that
from
coming
one
out of
platform
my TV?
with Wix Studio.
Headphones.
Map out your project with an AI-powered visual sitemap that generates site structure.
Hello and welcome to part 7 of a video series on how to use Blender 2.7. In this video, we're going to continue on from the last video, back to front view, deselect all, box select with the B key, select that half. Remember that we're in vertice select mode right now, so when I tap X to delete, I want to delete the same mode that we're currently in. With the mesh selected, you go to Add Modifier, and you select Mirror under the Generate heading.
Oh shit, it is
when you add
that.
the modifier, you'll notice two things happen. The most noticeable.
This is definitely a different Blender. It is that. So I think there's a difference. So object transform, and if I mirror if I mirror this just actually flips it, the actual object. This is a modifier, which is completely different. So that's what, yeah. That I would looked at it and then I was like, no, that's not it. So back into edit mode, select this face, select that face, delete these faces. I'm out of edit mode, and then with the mask selected, hit mirror, and then this should honestly be perfect, because if you remember right, I cut directly on the 0 axis line. So if I remember right, now that it's all coming back to me, there is a merge, a merge distance, that if I increase this, it'll jump more and more distance. So this is saying merge anything between, we'll do 0.01. So if there was any potential for there to be a hole, it'll get clamped over. All right, let's check out the wireframe now. Make sure there's that line straight down the middle. Yeah, I increased the merge distance just in case you had some any weird issues, but it doesn't look like it. If anything, I would have had the weird issues in the mouth. But it actually looks good. Now we select this. Now we're gonna surface divide, and we'll go up. We'll go up a little bit. We'll go up to this wireframe. Let's go 2. No, 3. So really, where most of this is going is down into here, because all these faces. Let's go 4. Oh yeah, I'm back in here. So it's starting to make me lag. Let's go down. I think 2 is going to be enough. And I also don't lag. Okay. Out of wireframe mode. Hit apply. Alright. Something I didn't notice while I was looking at the back. Ooh, give it a second while it updates its resolution. Oh yeah. I don't know if I want to do that though. Hi. So I'm probably going to have to chop this back end off to get it back flat again, because the surface divider rounded it off. But that'll be easy. So in other words, all this ear stuff that I did, it's gonna get deleted anyways. Alright, but I needed more mesh to kind of work with. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, because you can't see it updating. Okay. Yeah. So you can kind of see how this works. I'm glad I dropped down to 2 anymore. It would have definitely changed a lot of things. But you could kind of get like a visualization of like what it's doing, how it's doing it. Sculpt. All right. So now into the thing that I hate the most. Go across the x-axis. So you can see as I hover over this, you can see the other blue dot kind of on the other side. So if this is a perfect mirror, which is what I just did, I should be able to smooth. Let's go ahead and smooth out this side. Let's back that up. Let's increase the brush size. And essentially what this is doing is, turn that off, is it's moving these it's moving the vertexes and making it look better. What did I do? I went back into object mode apparently. I backed up because I don't want to get too close to this edge down here. As I don't know if you saw, but like started pulling up on the edge. You see it? Turn the strength down. Really work these kinks out. If anything, I'll just slice that off. I do a lot of slicing, as you may know. And then as I do this, it should be doing it to the other side, but I can see that that didn't happen because for some reason when I went back into sculpting mode, so I just backed out, this was selected, not this. So I don't know what it just did, but it didn't do what I wanted it to do. Alright, so get back to doing this for a third time, fourth time maybe, I don't know. Alright. Now it should be less noticeable that there was even whiskers there in the first place. Don't worry about these little kinks, I'll just slice them off. So there would be like a layer that goes missing down here. Not that big of a deal. You know, what's 2 centimeters to an entire mask? Those are my 2 centimeters. Alright, looks much better. Why does it look like I can see the dimples though? I could like try scraping that off. Then again, that might be just the structure of the mask. It's got dimples. Let's see, I don't know. What happens if I flatten it? I could. Honestly, I think it is actually the structure of it. And I'm just being overcritical. I don't know. I don't like it. But I don't want to get, if I start shaving at it, so that's what I'm trying not to do. If I start shaving at it, I'm gonna end up fucking something up. Because I'm not a good sculptor. Oops, that's the wrong direction. Let's turn the strength down first off. We'll get about 0.25. The radius needs to go down too. And then I don't want to add, I want to subtract. I want to subtract, subtract, subtract. And then let's look at it from the front, so I can see it from the front. Hold up. Let's activate this. Hit OK. we'll drop this down to, we're going to do 7. So add that, pretty much what I just did was as I mess with this mesh, it's going to update it. So I should be able to. That's it's lower detail. Look at that face though. Alright. We will increase the detail to 5. Well, see, the problem is right now I think I've already did the mesh of the other, and then smooth this out, right? Oh, I hit the eye. Hit that. Well, let's decrease my brush size and increase it a little bit more. I'm not too good at sculpting, but to explain what I'm doing is I'm using the clay tool to kind of remove layers, but then I'm shift clicking, and what shift clicking is doing is it's smoothing. It's using the smoothing tool so all of the stuff that I am working on, it's smoothing that out, and I like that better. I got rid of the dimples. Yeah, I like that better. Now you can see in wireframe mode how much that changed. Like, you literally can't even see, like, this is what it used to look like, and you can see where I was sculpting. It just doesn't look like that anymore. That is because the setting that I selected down here, Dino Topo, it updates the mesh as I mess with it. And to be honest, I selected a pretty close resolution. You can clearly see I probably should have went one more step, but the resolution is close enough that it's not going to affect the actual mesh. Now, back to the horns up here. Okay. So, let's get back to the horns. Okay, there's the horn. All right, that's the good one, right? Yeah, that's the good one. Okay. Let's get it positioned correctly. Horn 1. Oh, that's gonna make me start sculpting that. Let's go to layout. Back in here, select the horn. Let's pull it up. Alright, so essentially what I'm running into is the actual horn is a different angle than the face, because the face is a constantly changing angle. This might be good. I'm gonna just undo, pretend I didn't do literally anything, and go back over to sculpting mode. And what I want to do is look through this, and you see that circle right there. I'm gonna mask that circle. What do I got selected? Does the mask not work? Oh, I can't see it. Okay. That's alright. I'll work blind. I'll work blind. Let's turn this up to 100. And essentially, I'm going to... I'm shift clicking. I don't know if I'm supposed to be shift clicking. I want to go away. I did a whole lot of nothing because I shift clicked. I don't know why I shift clicked. Alright, back to it. You can see why I don't sculpt. This is a prime example of why I don't sculpt. Why am I working blind? What am I doing? Okay. Yeah, let's just... I don't know. I don't know why I do the things I do sometimes. I think it's smart, but then it's like, what are you doing, dude? I'm pretty sure shift clicking actually gets rid of it. Oh, it smooths it out. Control clicking gets rid of it. So I don't like that. Get rid of that. And then we'll go back to getting this. Get a nice rounded. Alright. I don't... You can see over here that the inside isn't filled, but... Alright. Oops. Hit shift again. Think of it, I'm trying to think of it as like selecting things. Okay. I like that. I want to smooth it out. I don't know. When I shift, smooth this out. I'm pretty sure this is gonna... Actually, let's not smooth it out. Let's see what we get when we don't smooth it out. Alright, so I'm gonna come up here to inflate. Let's see what inflate can do for me. So I could kind of get an idea of what it's actually doing over here. Let's increase the strength to like 75. But I want to, at the same time, keep it really close to the circle. I don't want to inflate the whole mask. I want to inflate just around. Let's get a nice edge. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? That actually, I do like that with the horn in it, but I'm gonna get rid of this before I do anything, because I don't know. Now that I think back on it, I don't know if this is actually wanted. So copy, paste as the backup, and then now go back into here. So in case I need to delete this, I just go to 100. Gives me a nice, it is giving me a nice effect that I'm looking for. Kind of, the horns are coming out of the skull. I don't like that last one. Be quicker about it. Hold up. Alright, so I knew that was going to happen. Knew it, didn't know it, don't matter. So I forgot, as I was doing that, I forgot to say, hey, I want to only do the front faces. So what it was essentially doing, it was fucking up everything behind it. Kind of smooth this out. Let's hit it again, see what happens. Alright, smooth that out. I might do it one more time. And smooth it out again. I don't really know what happened there. I don't know how. Okay, okay, alright. So, I like that. So now what I need to do is I need to select this horn. Do I have a backup of this? If not, there's one. Alright. Select this horn, select Boolean, difference, select the Kitsune mask. This is going to take a minute. That was a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. Essentially, that just sliced this in two. Alright. It sliced it in two because I took the difference of the Kitsune mask, and the Kitsune mask goes right through the center of that. Alright. I'm going to hit apply. And then I'm going to come into here and edit. And you can see that now the resolution of the Kitsune mask is actually on the horn itself. That's because now this horn is I'm going to have to decimate. Fuck. I'm going to have to decimate this first and then, because of the resolution of this is insane. If I try to up this resolution, it's going to crash my computer. There should be select loose part. Oh, nope, I want the other one. Shift, fuck it. If I aim this correctly, hit this, hit this, hit this, and then do this. Oh wow. Okay, maybe not. Alright, so now this horn is the shape of the mask. Boom. Boom, just like that. Alright. So now this horn should actually fit snugly on the face. Let's try to mirror this over the y-axis. So it's doing the y-axis of its origin. So if I undo this, I click on the mask. I click cursor to selected. All right, so that's on its origin now. Now if I click this, and then I click this, set origin to 3D cursor. Now this origin shares the same origin as the Kitsune mask, and now if I hit mirror it, I should be able to mirror. Oh, as you can tell, it didn't work. I don't know, but that looks sexy. That's not mirrored though. Like that's literally not mirrored. That is like you just stuck it next to it. How do I do the world origin? Hey! Hey! Let's undo that, undo that, undo that, undo that, undo that, undo that, undo that. Oh shit. Did I do this too many times? Ah, fuck my. Oh my god. I suck. That's what I just learned. Okay. It's whatever. Apply. Okay. Horns. Mask, go away. By the way, I love sculpting, you know. Don't know how that happened. Decimate. Let's go down to definitely half at least. Maybe more. Let's go 0.1. Probably more than that. 0.05. No. 0.01. Oh. 0.1. So 0.1. I wonder what this is going to do. This is why we have backups. I'm going to apply this. So I kind of got rid of some of the angles, some of the texture. It's very low detail. And now I'm going to add it back. I remember I did that. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, I know what I can do. This is something I don't do very often. But you can edit. You can select this edge, these edges. I want a different end. Can I do the edge loop? No. Why would it let me? Oh yeah, if you control click, you can make it chase you. We'll do that. Nope. It'll find the fastest path to you. You got to make sure that you're always forcing it to run around. Okay, there's that edge. Where was this at? Crease. Turn this all the way up. That means that this is a crease. That is telling this program that that's a crease. That's supposed to be a solid line. That way, when I go back and I subdivide, it's not going to. Oh, it's not going to try to subdivide these faces, these edges. What is that? Oh, Control Z, Shift. Crease. 100. 100. No crease. That is a crease is what that is. All right. Now, if I go into Surface Divider, subdivide. now you can see I'm upping the resolution of the horns, but those are still, I'll only go up to 2. Those are still solidly creased. Okay. I'm going to leave it at this, and I will send this in to my friend and see if he likes it. Oh, wait, hold up. Let me do... so we're going to actually copy this, paste it. I call this cut 2. And cut 2, all that's going to do is rotate 90 degrees, drop down. And one of the ways I like doing this, look at it from the side, move it up just so, and then click on the Kitsune mask. And Boolean difference cut 2. It's gonna take a minute because I've surface divided this so many damn times. Then it's gonna get rid of this, apply. Probably should have looked at it first, but that gives me that hard edge back. I could have done that crease technique on the actual mask itself. Fuck it. Well, actually no, I couldn't have because I wanted to get rid of the ears. Alright, let's send this to my friend and see what he says. I'll send the whole video. Ending the record.